Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Vibing with Sleezy, the podcast. This is episode 11. This is a very special episode because I have a very special guest. This is probably the biggest guest I've had so far. Shout out to all my past guests, which I truly love, and I'm appreciative and honored that they were on. But today, I have a legend in the making. I have one of the coolest guys and biggest names in the city of Louisville here with me, Cody Travelstead. You might know WeirdFam, and that is his brand. And I just want to say, recently I did an episode with Aaron Brown where he ate a spicy chip.
I love you, Aaron Brown, by the way. I love you, Aaron.
Yes, shout out to Aaron. And basically, we started talking about WeirdFam. We started talking about him, and basically it got to a point where he heard it. We shared some, communication, and the next thing you know, a few weeks later, he's on the podcast. This dude is a great friend now and an awesome guy. And so basically, I'm looking forward to getting to know him, and I'm looking forward for you all to hearing this. Not only does he have his own brand, clothing line, he's also a DJ, and he's also does music, and he's just a great all-around guy for the community. So welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you so much. That was probably the sweetest introduction I've ever had.
No problem.
So I appreciate that.
Keeping
Thank
it real,
you so
man.
much for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, man, it's an honor, dude. You definitely made a name for yourself in the city. A lot of people, I like I said recently, I've just met you. I've heard about you for years just through your music, but always had a respect, just never knew you, and now it's great to know you. So basically, WeirdFam, let's dive in. So, okay. WeirdFam, what is WeirdFam?
WeirdFam is pretty much like the clothing line. It's pretty much like the whole brand. Because like it's also like kind of like sort of like a label. We have a couple artists on, like shout out to Kuda Soul, Trap King Kai, Ratchet, Donnie Johnson.
Nice.
I think you might know him possibly. He went to J-Town for a little bit. Yeah.
And then we got basically with WeirdFam, when did this start? How long ago?
I think probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I started WeirdFam as like the idea or whatever.
Okay.
And we just kind of ran that to like run as merch for the music, like whenever we get like booked like DJ somewhere or something like that.
That's
like,
what's
play
up.
a show or whatever. And we were just gonna have that like set up as like some side merch or whatever. And then just recently, in the past maybe like 2 years, I've started like just pushing it as its own like clothing line.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, you've been doing really well with it. I see a lot of people around the city wearing it. I actually am very honored today. I got 2 T-shirts myself. He brought them over in his customized mailing bag. So WeirdFam is definitely a brand that's just going to keep growing. I just see really big future with this. Are you have any other ideas that you want to share right now, or do you like to keep surprises?
I would say I like to keep surprises, but then I keep dropping like designs as soon as I get them back from our graphic designer, who's Yoko Molotov, by the way. If anyone wants to follow her, she's just the best. She's my favorite person to work with.
That's awesome. And I mean, basically, when you're starting a brand, you're definitely going to be networking with people, and like you're going to be working with different people, like you said. And so, with the brand, how have you seen it grow? What has helped for it to grow? Like what have you seen? Social media. I guess from almost a marketing standpoint.
Word of mouth was really big at first when I first started getting stickers.
Yeah.
And then after just so many people wearing it and like wearing it out and stuff like that, people would ask about it, and then they could give them stickers, and we could like take them around. But I didn't have the website up until just a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Like when COVID hit is when I started the website.
Okay.
And
that's
since
cool.
then, that's when it kind of like expanded more to like instead of just Louisville.
Yeah.
It's kind of like on like out of state and stuff.
And
like that.
and when so for example, so when someone puts an order in with the website, are you always doing the packaging, or is someone else doing it? I mean, how's that work?
Yes. Okay. So if you write the Instagram, I will respond with "we" to sound like more professional. Okay. Like, let's just be real. No one wants to like look behind the curtain and see like one dude packaging like 500 orders and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My girlfriend actually helps and like writes a bunch of the like the return addresses and stuff like that, and fills those up to get ready to order and stuff like that. Yeah. She helps me fold stuff and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I mean, it's a
like as far as it goes, like looking at orders and like actually packaging them. I'm like very like specific on how I want it done, so I kind of just do that part myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the quality control. You want that customer service feel. You want when it opens up, it's a legit packaging experience.
Yes.
So basically, what's your favorite shirts you've made so far? I mean, how would you describe it?
I would say one of my favorite shirts that we had Yoko design for us was the Kitsune mask, where we actually got a lot of inspiration from Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, that's what's up. And so you pretty much, with that, was that pretty much your most successful selling one, or just your favorite in your mind?
Actually, okay, the most successful one is we did a like a recreation of do you know Baphomet?
No, I'm not familiar.
It's a kind of like it stands for duality pretty much, but it's pretty much like a satanic symbol, not directly, but they've picked it up in the past like couple decades or whatever like that. It's like their imagery. It's like the half man, half woman, half goat doing like this or whatever.
Okay.
So we wanted to kind of lighten that up, so we recreated it and like mixed it with Sailor Moon.
Oh, so
it looks really cute. And, it has the as above so below stars like going, or like the moons going down the sleeves and like. But that one we reprinted in like a ton of different styles. And it's one of our oldest designs, but it just recently picked back up this year.
What would you describe your design style for somebody that hasn't seen WeirdFam, if you had to describe it for them in words?
Anime. First off, a bunch of sad stuff. A lot of our stuff is like typically kind of more sad sayings and just like little stuff like that.
Some
pastels, a whole bunch of pastel colors. I love pastel blue, pastel pink. That's a lot of our design work.
Okay, that's what's up. So, would you say that like with this brand you have started selling anything international, or is it more just domestic sales?
We've actually got a couple UK sales. We got a sell in Ireland. It's been going pretty well, but like mostly like a lot of like out of state orders and directly from Louisville.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I love any time I'm able to connect with the international world on any level. Like I had a lot of friends. I was lucky at J-Town to have a lot of foreign exchange students go there, and I've just got close friends all over, and Germany and Wales. But I've talked about this on a recent episode, but I had actually reconnected with the pen pal in Japan. And so, what would be cool is I'm thinking we're always now since we've reconnected, we're always sharing different things with each other, like culture. Like she'll send me some Japanese house centers, some American stuff. So it'd be cool to send one of your shirts over, and then out of nowhere, it's like she's rocking in Japan. Like that'd be sick.
Okay, so here's the thing: if we sent the shirts over, the Japanese writing we have on the sleeves is kanji.
Oh, okay.
And if you Google Translate it, we couldn't get exactly WeirdFam, but we got as close as we could. But if you translate it, it comes out as a strange family.
Oh, okay.
So like it wouldn't really. They'd probably see it and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I feel you. That'd be wild. That'd be wild to see. Like when I remember, I sent over an Outkast album once. I sent over a bunch of random stuff, and
it's a really cool thing to send over.
Oh, she loves it. She's like, I sent her over Speaker Box and The Love Below, which is like, in my opinion, one of the best albums of all time.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, and it's just got classics after classics. So I sent that over. And it like blew her mind. She was like, I haven't heard this. And so it was just like, I'm really glad I've like got to reconnect. And so it's cool to hear that you're getting to connect also in like the international aspect of it all.
The funny thing about that is our first international order we got, I did not have the website set up for like the different like shipping costs for it.
Oh, okay.
So they ended up paying like regular shipping, which is just like $5.
Yeah.
And it costs like $30 to send.
You're like shit.
So I just took the hit on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I emailed them and I was like, yo, thank you so much. Like you're like our first like international.
It's worth it almost in the end, because you're not only, it's cool just to see your brand somewhere else. Like I think about it a lot, and I'm like, man, I've been writing letters to people and like sending gifts over and pictures to like friends overseas all the time, and I'm like, I'm just chilling over here in Louisville, but there's like stuff that I've sent over just in different countries. Like, it's just cool how we're on this one planet. It's like you can connect with people now.
Oh yeah.
Now not only online but just through the mail. So do you, when you are shipping, do you just do more post office style, or do you?
I like going to a post office, and I love my post office workers.
Okay, which one do you go to?
Shout out to St. Matthew's Post Office.
Okay, the one that's in the by the Nike outlet store.
Yes,
okay.
That one. I go in there and there's 4 main people that really like see me a lot.
Yeah,
and they all have stickers. A couple of them have shirts and stuff like that. No shit. One of them has like they're like where they keep all their stamps, like they're like personal stamp binder.
Yeah.
They open it up, and on the inside of the folder is just a bunch of WeirdFam stickers.
Oh, they're sick,
they're really sweet out there. They'll like bring out a cart for like when I have like a lot of orders coming in and stuff like that.
Dude, that makes you feel so fucking good when that stuff kind of happens. Man.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
I love it.
That's a great experience. Now I'm gonna shout.
I love kicking open that door with like a cart full of packages.
Is this an opportunity to shout out our favorite postal office workers? Because I want to do a shout out here.
For sure. Yes.
So I'm a big, which people have heard on my past, I'm a big eBayer. Right now, if you want to go to Mr. E Loves to Sell and Buy, I do have over 380 items right now for sale. I got anything and everything for anybody. So basically, the 2 post offices I'm going to shout out is, I'm going to shout out the J-Town one, right there across from Cox's Smokers Outlet, like I think Ruck Regal area there. I go in there, and there's a dude that really loves baseball, and I'm going to shout at him. I think his name's Wayne. And then there's one dude that's down at the end. He's always there, and his name's Josh. And basically, dude gets you in and out. And there's one chick. She don't care if you got 20 packages. She's ready to go. So shout out to J-Town Post Office. Always get my stuff out there in time. But also, the one I really love is Hikes Point. There is
Hikes Point Post Office? I've never been there. I didn't even know there is one of them.
So there's a big one that's actually like behind that McMahon Kroger. And basically, this lady, she's in there, and I'm telling you, I've heard her say the other day, I heard her say the word beautiful 17 times during a transaction. But it was like the most positive interaction. She's like, hope you have a beautiful day. You got a beautiful package for me. Like, just how she's saying it. So I walk up, and I'm like, it's the same energy for each person, same energy for me. I'm hearing her already start with the person as I'm leaving. So that, you know what, shout out to the post office. And the people that hate on the post office, get over yourself. You know,
fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. They deliver the packages to y'all.
I'm glad we put that line in the sand right there. If you don't like the post office, fuck you.
Yeah, for sure. Because the post office is like a legit company, and I'm telling you right now, a lot of people are like, oh, the post office is gonna go away one day. You don't want that to happen. And also too, I know half the time it's junk mail. Like a lot of times I go out to the mailbox, I don't have nothing. Yeah. But when I do have something coming, I get so excited, and I'm tracking that number. So I want to talk about something before I want to talk to you about your music, but the other thing I want to talk about getting a package. So recently, dude, last night was the NFL draft, and Trevor Lawrence, he got drafted as the first pick. Okay. And the reason I'm bringing that up is I get a text message from this guy the other day, and he goes, "Hey, Topps baseball card company, like they're releasing a Trevor Lawrence special box. You should buy it." I was like, "How much is it?" He's like, $75. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. I buy it. It's going for like almost close to $500 to $1,000 right now on eBay.
So he was right. So you should bought like 10.
So I want to tell you right now, I have been waiting for this package. It's taking forever, but I think it'll be here the next couple days, and I'm just so excited. I'm excited just to hold it. I'm gonna cradle it like a little baby.
I can't wait for you to get it.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm excited for you.
I just want to cradle it like a little baby. Like I shout out to the Miz for giving me that idea. Also, one other thing I want to shout out to is my buddy Eddie Rice and Larry Rice. We had a friend that passed away about 2 years ago named Jesse Outlaw, and they were just talking about it. You know, we just don't want his memory to be forgotten. So I just want to shout out to Jesse Outlaw and, you know, just say rest in peace. Wish you were here, man. And I wanted to also do that for Eddie and Larry. He's very important to them. So music-wise, so what's your favorite spot you've ever DJed? What's your favorite venue? Like, what if you had to pick one?
I really like playing at Forecastle because I played on a boat. They pulled a boat up to the land, and I played on that. Like that was probably one of my favorites.
That is sick. So that's called Party Cove, correct?
Yeah, Party Cove. Yeah,
Party Cove. Yeah.
I like Galaxy, but not necessarily like that little art gallery room. Mm-hmm. The back room.
Okay.
I like that wide open back room they got. Mm-hmm. They got the big like square plastic pieces up, like change the light colors and shit. They got really good lighting and sound. So
that's
I like playing there. It used to be Diamonds in St. Matthews.
Okay.
Because they used to have that one specific stage area,
mm-hmm.
but
so
they haven't done shows in a while. I don't think.
Were you affected by like when COVID? How much did it affect DJing? Like I know venues are closed and stuff, but I'm saying, were you able to do any like parties or independent things like gigs?
I just did a lot of live shit.
Live stuff.
I just did a lot of live stuff for a while.
How was that? How'd that feel compared to not having the actual crowd there?
Okay, so it was actually a little bit better for me because like sometimes when like there is a crowd, like I get really in the zone where like I won't look up from like the computer and shit, and I'll stay like really focused. But like if I'm at home alone or whatever, it's just kind of like I'm practicing, so I'm just having fun with it.
And I understand like you have to get focused when you're in the zone. I used to DJ in college and it was a lot of fun, but I will say this: one of the most interesting DJ gigs, I was DJing a Catholic middle school dance I got hired on like a Saturday, and I go there. I played Katy Perry, California Girls.
God, this could be the worst.
Nun came, and that's what this is what the songs one of the teachers gave me. A nun came over to me and told me turn that trash off, and they deducted like $50 or $2.
They like pull the mic and everything. They're like cut it.
They're like we need to talk. And so dude, I finished the gig. They deduct like some money because of that. And dude, I was like, this is insane. But I'll be honest, man, DJing was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it in college, like just doing it in Nashville. You get to meet some interesting people. Also, too, it's kind of cool being part of some people's like special days, like birthdays, like club rentals, like just being out there. But so you've really mastered this, and I mean, in your DJ name, it's GITSUM, correct?
Yeah, GITSUM.
Yes. And so, how did you come up with that?
Someone actually, I can't remember exactly who it is. I'm so sorry if they watched this. But someone had wrote me after a show one day. Okay. And like said that as like, you know, like they were like amped about the show or whatever like that. But they spelled it that way, so I just
that's sick, dude.
That.
That's sick. So I love nicknames, and I think nicknames are very important. I think if you get a nickname, it feels tight. And like the Sleazy E has actually been with me since high school. I actually used to have.
I love that nickname, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Like as soon as I saw the podcast name, I was like, that like rings.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate it. Like it's just something that it stuck with some of my friends in J-Town, and then it spread it, and it's just kind of like. It's my nickname, and so I just kind of go with it, and I think it was a great for the podcast, and it kind of, like you said, kind of flows, and that's what that's what it makes me happy. So, but I will say,
it's a good podcast name.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate that, and I will say this, man, you're very. What I've noticed too is very interactive with your fans and friends. Like from the standpoint
I love to meet people. I like talk to people.
You like to meet people. You like to reach out. I watch you like sometimes on social media now that we're friends, and I'll see in the comment section, and it's like, dude, you're just super positive, bro. And there's people that are like constantly reaching out saying, I want to help. Hey, I'll do this. Like you're like, hey,
everyone's
I have
really
an idea.
Sweet about everything. Like I'll just post something about like I need help packaging, and like a ton of people just like message me and stuff, and it's like
that's a dope feeling, man. When people are like,
it's really sweet. They don't have to, and they still like choose to, or at least like make the effort to ask or whatever like that. It's really kind of them.
I think too that when people have your back and they're in your corner about something, it's not only just a great feeling, and it's something that just really like makes you feel good, but it makes you kind of feel invincible almost, because it's like no matter what happens, these people have my back. Like if nobody does and you're kind of going with it and you don't really feel like you got that push, sometimes you can feel like, damn, it's just me against the. But it's like when people are supporting and doing that, you keep wanting to go, and that's what keeps me going. This podcast, I bet that's what's keeping you going with the brands and DJing.
Oh, everything, even like without the brand or DJing, when I got carjacked. Mm-hmm. That was a shitty day. You
told me that story before we even record the podcast, and I'm gonna say what, man. First of all, dude, that's a scary fucking situation, and also you're brave as fuck, dude. How you kind of handled that? Because
it was like, dude, you'd be surprised how many people were like, it was really shitty because there was so many people who like heard about it and they're like, well, like. If I had my gun on me, I would have shot him. It's like, well, I didn't have a gun on me, but even if I did, like, I don't think I'd want to do that. Like, I don't think
it's not worth it.
It wouldn't be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the rest of my life I'd be like, okay.
No, it's not worth the mental stress. It's not worth what.
I'd have like PTSD for it. Yeah. Like, the rest of my life.
And even if you got let off with like self-defense at the same situation,
I don't want that.
You don't want to deal with that. And then you got their families coming out. It's a host. And I'll be honest, man. I
don't want to like hurt anyone.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Justice Department. So like, if you ended up self-defense getting a robbery, it's like in the person.
Oh, by the way, they did like barely anything for my car.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
like that's bullshit. Yeah, fuck them. Because I'll be honest with you, they're under investigation right now, and I've never been more like just sick. I'm just sick of like everything about them, like everything they stand for, seeing all the horrible stories, all the bullshit they're doing. That fucking police department, it needs to be flipped upside down. The whole house be cleaned because it's bullshit what is happening in the city, and you can't feel safe. And it's like, I'm glad you brought that up because, dude, yesterday I'm at the bank and I'm sitting there and I go into the bank and I notice a guy, like, I don't know if he was smoking a cigarette or smoking like some kind of pipe. I don't care. Do your thing, bro. He's clearly homeless. He's laying in the grass. He's just chilling. He ain't bothering me. I walk in, I come out. It's like the goddamn SWAT team's there all around him. And so I said, I'm not going to pull off. Like, I wasn't in a rush at that point, so I just started recording. I started recording.
Yeah. She'll make everything's okay.
And here's the thing. I wanted to have that dude's back because here's the deal. He's clearly homeless. He don't have a phone. He don't have anyone there for him. So I'm like, I'm not letting them fuck him up. Luckily, nothing went down, but it also was bullshit in my opinion that 6 officers had to circle a guy that was clearly just minding his own fucking business, just smoking, like, whatever he was smoking. He was just chilling. And it's like, make this big hoopla because somebody probably's bitch ass was like, there's somebody laying on the grass.
Yeah, someone walked outside, ran to their car, and called.
And it's like probably from fucking. I was over the Stockyards Bank by Kroger there in McMahon, and it's like maybe it's a fucker from Kroger.
This is the second Kroger shout out. To McMahon.
Yeah, exactly. Good and bad, but it's like I just couldn't believe that it had to have 6 people circled around. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, shit. I mean, they're too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too fucking much.
And it's so I'll tell you another situation that's gonna blow your mind. So I am driving down Goss Avenue. I go to an AMVET post with my buddy about a couple months ago. He invites me. He wants to do karaoke. It's only about 9 people. We do some karaoke.
It's like that's like the best karaoke crowd.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. And I leave, and I'm driving down Goss. And I'll be honest, I'm a little low on gas. I want to hit that speedway there by St. X, and out of nowhere, I see this cop kind of hidden, and I've already fucking done it. I ran the red light, and he pulls me over. Well, this dude comes at me hard as fuck. Like, he's like, hey, what were you doing? And I said, listen, man, I'm low on gas. There was nobody around. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm just trying to go to Speedway. He goes, there's a Kroger gas station right there. So I look at him and I go, hey.
Like Kroger gas station.
Well, I looked at him and I said, Kroger gas closes at 11 p.m. He goes, oh, really, smart guy? I said, yeah. And he goes, give me your information. So I give him my license. I give him my registration, my insurance. Well, one of them was like expired. Like one of them, and I didn't realize by like 6 days.
I don't think I know anyone, by the way, who has all of them up to date. Like, exactly. I know one of mine. One of mine is expired.
I'm up to date now, but dude, after this situation, I was completely mind blown. So the dude goes, runs my shit. He comes back. He's hostile as fuck. He's like, where are you coming from, by the way? And here we go. And I was like, man, I'm coming from a karaoke party. I said, I'm just trying to get some gas at Speedway. Can you just like give me my stuff back? He goes, this is expired. And he's like, this also expired by a day. And he said, I need you to update this stuff. And he goes, also too, he goes, this red light, you run these a lot. I said, first of all, I haven't been pulled over, man, in like 11 years, I feel like. I said, it's been quite a while since I've been pulled over. He goes, not from your record I'm running.
I was about to say, that's a strong argument, by the way. Like, 11 years, I feel like.
Yeah, and so he gives me his citation. I don't even look at him. I'm like, fucker. I drive off. He walks off, and I go home. And I'm getting in the kitchen, and I'm sitting there in the kitchen, and I pour some bourbon, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what the let me read this fucking citation. And it says I gotta go to court. I read it. It's for a guy named Eric Gomez that I don't know. Here's the thing. This motherfucker ran me as Eric Gomez. Dude, the citation had the wrong social, the wrong address, the wrong name, the wrong info. He had wrote a whole citation for some guy named Eric Gomez. So all these charges are going to this Eric Gomez guy who's done nothing wrong that were supposed to come to me. And so I'm like, I'm not a piece of shit and going to let this Eric Gomez guy take the rap. So
Did you find him?
Dude, so I'm looking for him. And I'm like, also, dude, there's a lot of Eric Gomez's in this town. Shout out to Eric Gomez, all of them. But anyways.
Every single one of them.
Yeah,
shout out Eric Gomez.
Yeah, so dude, I reached out to my lawyer. I called my lawyer up. I said, I was like, bro, I need to talk to you. I was like, hey, here's the deal. I tell him the scoop. He's like, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard. He goes, let me go to the courthouse and do some talking. So he goes down there, pulls it up, he says, this cop, he goes, I don't understand what the hell he was doing. Like, so they completely throw out all the charges. I had to end up doing like traffic school from the standpoint because I did run a red light. The judge said, but he threw it all out. But that's scary because that Eric Gomez guy, if I didn't give a fuck and I was a piece of shit and I just drove off or I moved to California, he's going to have a warrant. He's going to have a warrant. Like, because there's 3 charges. And it's like, that's fucked up. So it's like, LMPD, get your fucking shit together. So, bourbon-wise, we went to Liquor Barn before the show. And what are we drinking on, my brother?
Quarter Horse Reserve, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Dude, what a cool bottle.
It's really not bad. It is a really cool bottle.
He picked it out and...
solely off the look.
Yes, and he's done a great choice. I actually...
he
gave me a healthy pour and I shot it back.
Yeah, I gave him a couple sips worth. Like a slow sipper. And this dude chugged the whole thing.
I just needed it after this crazy morning. I had to go show one of my rental properties down by Churchill Downs. And dude, it was like Traffic City.
Can we show them? Yeah, yes, I was like, yes. I'm eyeing this so hard.
Yes, I'm going to be posting pictures of this too online, and we're going to post a cool picture probably holding these for the album artwork. We found sake juice boxes. Yes, we're holding on here on the camera.
So fucking cool.
And also too, we will take pictures. I will post this on the Instagram and on the Vibing With Sleezy social media. It is Lucky Dog sake. What's great about it is has Japanese writing all over the packaging with the straw. It's actually imported from Japan, Hyogo, but the imported where it's getting distributed out of is Sausalito, California. So this is one of the coolest packages I've ever seen.
It's like a juice box. It's straight up like a mini apple juice box.
And what's crazy is like we're bringing it up to the counter and I show the guy and he's like, interesting. I told him, I said, someone is going to make a comment about these juice boxes, but it's like, it's interesting, but I'm ready, to dive in.
If I knew I had those at my work, they wouldn't be on the shelf.
Bro,
I would have done bought them all and took them home to share with my friends.
How do you feel about those Buddha beers? Have you seen those? In the green bottles at the Japanese and Chinese restaurant where it's actually Buddha in a beer bottle.
No, I haven't had it.
Dude, I've had one of them at Concept here at the front.
They good?
And dude, they are fire. And plus the bottle is just cool to keep. I kept one of the bottles and I'm like,
you got one?
Yeah, I got one over there on the shelf, like a little Buddha. I'll have to go over there and grab it. I think it's one of the coolest brands. The other thing I was gonna bring up, you're a foodie. I'm a foodie.
Yeah, I love food.
Shout out to the food place that's right close to here, your spot.
Shalimar.
Yeah.
Shalimar.
Yes.
My favorite Indian restaurant in Louisville.
Why is it your favorite?
The service is just great. The chicken's fucking fire. The chicken tikka masala sauce is like, you can get it like very, very hot.
Ooh.
And that's always my favorite. I love hot foods.
Yeah. Well, how hot can you go? Pretty hot?
I can go kind of hot. I don't think I could do like hot ones hot.
Yeah.
But like I could.
Hot ones hot can get real hot, dude. Like I'm talking, I've seen.
Whenever Royals comes out with I can't remember what it's called. I think it might be Gonzo's their hottest, but they come out and they give you like gloves to eat it with and a free glass of milk. Like
that's serious.
If you're walking out with that, like I'm not that serious. I'm like right below.
Dude, I have my last guest on episode 10 was Jim Dalton, and every time we go out to eat, no matter what kind of food, when I'm down visiting him and his fiance in Hendersonville, it's like he's grabbing the spiciest stuff, and he is sweating. He's red as a tomato. He's basically dying, but he's like, it's so fucking good. And I'm like, I love watching it because I'm like, man, he's just enjoying that pain. But I like a little kick. Sometimes I like it cool. I'll be honest, man. Buffalo sauce, dude, is just, there's so many good buffalo sauces out there. Like,
yeah, but it's like it's more the taste. It's not even necessarily like really like hot to me. You know?
Yeah,
it's just like.
I like kind of I like buffalo, just kind of more of like that tang. But dude, sometimes I do like it just. I like to get super hot. Like if I can get it. So it just kind of varies. A place that I want to shout out for wings is Big Al's Burritoville. You need to try that.
I have not been there. Yeah, dude, I've never even heard of it yet.
Dude, they have a Caribbean sauce. They have a Mike's hot sauce that he makes, and there's a few other. There's actually a lemon pepper, and so it's one of these.
Lemon pepper.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
Dude, so you got to
that.
try it, man. We'll get a group to go down there. I think it's a spot actually I'd love to do a podcast from, because not only they have like horseshoes and cornhole in the back, it's just the most like dope ass bar, dude. You walk in and there's a fish tank in the bar, like, so you're ordering your beer and you're like, Busch Light, that's what I get, and next thing you know I get a Busch Light and I look down, there's a bunch of fish swimming in the bar. It's just, you don't see that shit. I like that. Like, I like that uniqueness. Like, cool.
I actually have a really funny idea I'm gonna run by you after we get done recording.
Okay, awesome. Really I can't wait
for like that episode.
Do you like okay, this is a random question, but it just be a fun question, because like I said, my podcast is about learning. It's about learning about you, about learning what you like to do, and just I want people to take things away, but also there's some fun questions I like to ask. So if you had a favorite fish, what would it be?
Oh God, holy shit! I have no knowledge of the subjects of like any kind of fish of any sort.
Just curious.
Like, I guess like bluegill. I don't know. They're cute, right?
Bluegill are cool. Bluegill are cool. I would actually, if I had to say my favorite,
that was so
fish,
left field. I didn't even see
it was,
that.
And that's what I do. I've done that on some episodes.
That broke me down.
Like, I've had Virginia on here before, and I was hitting her with some random questions. But my favorite would be, I'm gonna go with the barracuda.
Okay, damn, that's such a cool fish.
Yeah, it's a cool fish.
That is such a cool fish.
It's pretty badass. Also,
it's possibly the most metal fish.
It's one of those fishes that if you're like, you're just going down the river and you see it, it's not something you want to just be swimming or having your toes in. You want to be away from that fish.
The most intimidating fish out there.
And that face, it's like, also too, one of the worst decisions someone made once. I went to a karaoke bar and someone had picked the song Barracuda. That's a long fucking song. You
know what? I'm actually really dumb. I was confusing Barracuda with Piranha.
Oh, Piranha!
Piranha's the scariest.
Piranha
I switched my
is
answer.
Scary, yes.
I don't like bluegills. I like piranhas.
You know what? Here's a crazy thing that I learned actually at the Louisville Zoo about piranhas. You know who actually discovered like I think it's the black piranha they call it, or the black-eyed piranha. I might be wrong in this name. I am a little feeling good
Is
here.
Is it like from Jaws, like black like a doll's eyes, like piranha?
Supposedly Theodore Roosevelt found it in the Amazon, and like
apparently he was really wild out there.
He was like into this wild stuff, and he found the piranha, and he couldn't believe like what it did. So the Louisville Zoo actually has those in their reptile house, and so I look at those. I look at that like as that's just crazy. Like thinking this dude's just on a boat, and he looks down, and there's fucking piranhas, and you don't know what they're at. Well, you don't know what they are at that point.
And he was just
there's
your
no
first
YouTube,
time ever seeing
there's no
him.
YouTube,
There's no
nothing.
knowledge.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, I'll just put my fucking finger in there, and it's like, Jesus Christ, and then it's like, oh my God, he's eating my fucking fingernail, but it's like, I just
now you're just a nub.
Yeah, now you're a nub, and you're like,
just a nub.
and you're just like sitting there, you're like, fuck. But it's like, I just feel like, man, I'm glad you brought them up because they are just a fascinating piranha. There's a bunch of, I think there's actually like a few different ones. There's like a red eye piranha.
They're living monsters.
Like I think there's a red eye. I could be butchering these names, but
no, I hear there's probably a yellow eye, like a purple eye.
Close to
like
it.
A bunch of different eyed piranhas.
And when I look at them, it's like
I could see that.
And the barracudas probably also have some multiple names, but I think something that a lot of people don't think about with fish is, man, it's like, how do we really know which fish can we eat and what we can't? You know,
someone had to try it.
Someone had to
do
try
it first.
Is it that experimental, or is it almost from the standpoint of, it's like, are we still finding that out? You know, that's a mystery.
Oh, I doubt anymore.
Yeah,
I doubt anymore. I doubt they just catch it first.
Too
and
many
like,
people.
Let's wait.
Yeah,
let's
too many
wait.
people have fucked
well,
up.
It depends who finds it first.
Yeah, exactly.
I was actually going to say a fun historical fact.
Mm-hmm.
And quote me on this.
Okay.
Roosevelt
Ooh.
bear hugged a hippo to death.
Really?
Maybe. Take that to school. Write your report on it. Factual. You can run it back to me.
I will actually, if you're bringing up some facts, I'll tell you.
He arm wrestled an alligator to death.
Well, I'm going to tell you a presidential fact, and it's not as cool as what he did, but John Adams.
That's absolutely not true, by the way. Don't anyone.
Don't quote it. Okay.
Don't ever quote that.
Maybe he got me there. I was kind of like, man, this dude was.
They will kick you out of college if you bring that up in your report. Do not.
Hippos are the most dangerous animal in Africa. People don't realize that. That's a fact everybody can take, and you can quote me on that. They kill the most people. They kill the most animals. They are dangerous. But you know what's crazy, dude? Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, after they were presidents, like, those two guys fucking flew to Europe. Like, they said they were just, like, besties, and they just, like, partied a bunch. They went to they went to Shakespeare's house. He's already passed. And they just go to visit. They found a chair that supposedly it was his favorite chair.
Is this like a bullshit fact? Like
this
is
a real fact. This is real
fact.
This
is real. Okay.
And they took the chair and they started breaking off wood off the chair to bring home as souvenirs. So they both broke off a piece of Shakespeare's chair. Two of our presidents.
I can definitely see that. I can't remember who it is.
Fucking crazy.
Andrew
Jackson.
Andrew Jackson had like a gunfight out in the street and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, multiple occasions.
He had Andrew Jackson had a bullet wedged. By the way, fuck Andrew Jackson. But he had a bullet.
But they did have wild shootouts in the streets all the time.
He had a bullet wedged in his lung, and they said he wouldn't get it removed. And he literally coughed every 2 seconds, and he basically always had headaches and always was like getting these stomach aches and stuff. And they said it was just because this bullet was like deteriorating in his body. So, by the way,
and he was just like
horrible president, horrible person. There was a lot of horrible old presidents.
I think they had Michael Cera play him in Drunk History.
Really?
They have a Drunk History episode about it.
Dude, shout out to Michael Cera. Bring Michael Cera back.
Wow.
Yeah,
where's he been?
Where has he been? Because Michael Cera was one of these guys that he was in all of those movies, man. And you would get excited. My favorite Michael Cera movie. Shout out to everyone that likes this movie, and because this is a classic. Youth and Revolt.
Youth and Revolt was pretty good. When he got the little
mustache, the alter ego, like I like that. It's like badass Sarah, and he's just talking shit, funny, dude. So good. So with these,
I almost completely forgot about that movie.
Dude, that movie.
Good catch.
My movie was so good, but another thing, Michael Cera about it. I don't know if did he go the director route? Or did he just...
I don't know.
I
kind of want to see a Michael Cera directed movie now.
Also, here's another question. What happened to McLovin?
Fogel's gone. I don't know what happened to him. All right, you know what? Another Paul Cody fact.
Yeah.
Fogel's dead.
Wow.
He's been dead for the past 10 years.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Take that. Put that in your report.
Because I was curious, because a lot of these guys have just disappeared from the main screen. What are some of the shows that you watch right now? Where are you vibing with?
I really just like watching like reruns of like fucking American Dad, Adventure Time. I really like. I kind of got into WandaVision for a little bit.
Okay.
I do really like the setup, but like I'm just not super into like the Marvel comic shit.
I'm gonna tell you a show.
But I have seen all the fucking movies.
Yeah, there is some great shows out there. I will tell you a show if you can ever find it out. It might be on Amazon Prime. So we were talking about earlier about like flipping stuff and different things like that. So in Maine, this is interesting. So in Maine, there's a show called Down East Dickerin', and it's all shot in Maine.
Down East Dickerin'?
Yeah, and what Dickerin' is you're just trading stuff and flipping stuff. Maybe you might go to somebody and say, I need $400 for a party, and they might be like, well, I need you to do this service and maybe give me a wagon. And then it's like they're doing all these different things. So it is a really interesting show, and I'm going to tell you what, it is crazy how cultures are so different. Like in the Northeast and different places, like it's so friendly. Like in Maine, you watching it, they all just get along. Hey, all right, I'll do it. Like, you know, and that might be a horrible Maine accent, but I had a friend named Craig in college from Maine, and Maine's just fascinating. It's not a place that a lot of people talk to go.
I think I drove through there once.
Nice. What was your feelings on it? Like, what was your thoughts?
Rainy.
Really?
Rainy.
But
it was nice. I mean, the whole area looked nice.
They're legal, recreational, and medical on weed, which is really dope. I don't think they have any dispensaries yet. I think that's something.
If it's passed, it's passed.
It's passed, and that's all that matters. And it's decriminalized, and it needs to be federal.
Is this fact, or is this like me?
This is fact. No, this is fact. Maine is legal in both, but they just do not have any dispensaries. And I think more states are coming, which is great. The thing about it too is with Maine, Maine would just be cool just to like explore all of it because of how much wildlife. Like, I bet there's so many animals up there. Like, let me ask you this question. This might be out of the field. What would you do if you're driving down the freeway road? Maybe you're in Maine. Maybe you're in Canada. And there's just a fucking moose family just right in the middle of the road. Are you just going to stay parked? You getting out of the car? Are you running? Are you trying to U-turn?
I'm definitely not hopping out of the car.
Okay. Are you U-turning? Are you U-turning? Like, what do you do in that aspect? Because that's an alarming situation.
I'll tell you what. I'll try to hit the horn, and if they run away, I'll keep going. If he looks at me, I'm out. I'm reversing. I'm U-turning. Whatever. Yeah. I'm like,
dude, I had a situation.
Those things are huge. Those things are like fucking.
Well, let me tell you a crazy situation, man, about moose. And the reason I asked you that is, I hope if you ever have a moose interaction, it is on the road. I'm in Norway, bro, walking around, and I see these pellets up in the kind of the hills, the mountains. Like, it look like walnuts. And I'm walking with my friend Celine, and I'm like picking up shit, tossing around, just minding my own business. And I go down to pick it up, and I'm about to go pick this, like, one of these walnut-looking things, and she grabs my wrist, and she goes, that's moose shit. Well, dude, out of nowhere, I look over, I'm saying probably a good half a mile away, maybe a mile, it's a moose and a moose baby. She's like, we got to get down the hill. Dude, just from that far away, we got down so fast on the hill, you could just hear the noises. It was just so cool seeing it. Yeah. And then I go to Toronto Zoo and I see a moose in the zoo, and I'm like, that's cool. But there's not an adrenaline feeling like seeing that moose in the wild. I thought that shit was crazy. Now, if you could travel anywhere, where would you like to go? If you could pick 3 places, 3 countries.
3 countries. Okay. I really want to go to Tokyo, Japan. Just like check everything out. I just want to check
why is it? Now, why is that?
Okay, so
technology or why?
Technology really cool. Just like test out a bunch of old fucking games out there, but like a lot of their arcades seem really tight.
That's cool. Yeah.
Just like anime, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to go check out.
Yeah, I definitely just
want to go check out their malls and shit like that. Yeah. Like food wise, like kinda, because they're like very much into like fish, and like I don't really like fish that much, but like. It'll be alright.
But shout out to piranhas.
Oh, yeah, shout out to piranhas.
Yeah.
Shout out to piranhas. The most metal.
So, I like that. So, where would be your other 2?
With me out of the two. Definitely New Zealand.
Okay.
Just 'cause it just looks so vast and beautiful.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess kind of the same coin, like Australia.
Okay, I like that.
Also, I want to go there, but I'm terrified to go there just because, like, I don't really fuck with nature.
Yeah.
I don't like spiders. I don't like snakes.
Yeah.
I don't like anything, really, to be fucking honest.
Yeah.
Some kind of fucking insect or, like, reptile.
Hey.
Like, I don't really fuck with it.
Hey,
I fuck with chameleons and chameleons
getting bit
alone.
is not fun. Yeah, so...
But, like, spiders, like, the size of my head, like, I'm not doing that.
Dude, there's some big ass shit in Australia. Like, there is
kangaroos will beat the shit out of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is it's a survival
It's a survival,
country.
yeah. I wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say right now, if I was forced to live in Australia, I'd die.
Yeah, dude, New Zealand is also a dope country. I like what they did with
like
COVID, and I like what
they... I feel like New Zealand's Australia
I like
light.
the people there, the culture. Like, it's an interesting place. If I had to pick 3, I would go to Munich, Germany, just because I have friends there, and I just always wanted to visit it, do Oktoberfest.
Right.
I'd love to go to Honolulu, Hawaii. I just feel like...
Oh, that would be nice.
I feel like it'd just be cool.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
There's a zoo there I want to see. There's, like, a Kona Brewing Company. Like, just Hawaii in general is a lot I want to see.
Oh, Dublin. I want to go to Dublin, too.
Dublin be tight. Dublin be tight. And also, I would love to go to probably, like, Nairobi. Like Kenya or something, and go on a safari. Like, just check out a safari.
I don't know. I've seen too many Facebook videos of, like, lions, like, running up on the Jeep and shit like that. I'm like, oh.
And I love when that does
like, when an elephant comes around, like, the tree or whatever, I'm like, shit.
Dude, I'll watch those videos, and I'll get really deep into them, and then out of nowhere, I'll see on the video, like, a lion or tiger jump up on like you said, on one of the vans, and then out of nowhere, I love how the driver will be on, like, the little walkie. Just sit still, don't move.
Stay calm. It's like got the paw over, like...
And then next thing you know, the lion's got his claw, like, in this guy's shoulder, and he's like, he's biting my neck! And he's like, stay calm, stay calm.
Dude's wife was snatched out a mile down the road. Like, yo, dude, we are past that. We are past that.
This dude's wife's been mauled by 7 lions, and now you're like, stay calm, stay calm. But I've seen some crazy attacks. I think it's wild when I see these, like, jaguar escape videos, and they start running around, and there's some crazy animal attacks that you can actually see on YouTube where people are just, like, checking it out. I watched this video where there's, like, a tiger park, and I believe it's in China, and it's like this private park, and it's just full of tigers, and people were just driving, and this tiger's just following it, and he's just running, and you don't realize, like, anything can happen with that motor, but anything can happen with that motor. It can stall. Anything can happen, and then it's like,
battery could die.
Stay calm is out the fucking window. Like, oh, we're being circled by 4 tigers right now, and our thing is stalled.
Yeah, like, now you're trapped.
We're not staying calm. Like it's like, at that point, I gotta figure out, like, what do I do?
Like, okay, who's surviving out of the 5 of us here?
Who is going to get out of this mess?
Which one of y'all are the slowest runners?
And then what's fucked up is there's, like, this 92-year-old dude. He saved up all of his retirement to go there, and he looks back.
Are you letting him live, or are you dipping out on him? Are you helping him?
And here's the deal, dude. I think what I'm gonna have to do is, because I have too good of a heart. Even though I know it's a risk, I might have to just John Cena him, like, on my back, like John Cena does that, like, wrestling position where he, like, does the F where he flips him. I don't flip him. But his old ass is, like, on my neck, and I'm trying to carry him out of here. Now, if these tigers are running around, I'm not gonna let him get bit or nothing. But I might have to kind of flip him around, almost like a tree trunk, to smack a tiger. And I'm gonna tell him, like, hey, man, grapple the oxygen. Like, your tank's really heavy, but I'm gonna have the tank kind of on the back of the shoulders there, just so I can pretty much at that point. I mean, that's the only way I'm
You're talking about him like he's a pool noodle or something.
Dude,
like that.
I don't know how else to get this guy out of here. At least I'm going for it. At least I'm not throwing him out.
You know what, you're right? Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers, dude.
You saved an old man.
Yes, at least I'm not saying, hey, guys, let's dump the old man, that'll feed the tigers, and let's fucking get out of here on the fucking RV. And it's like, I think, dude, in that situation, though, that's when your adrenaline starts pumping, because you're like, what's about to happen? Dude, yesterday, I'm at a home showing, and there's all these loose dogs. This guy has, like, a bunch of dogs. They all get loose. I love dogs. And I'm, like, out there playing with them wherever. Well, they start running around. I'm trying to group them and stuff like that. Well, out of nowhere, This one dog must have got so excited. He was big. He wanted to run with these dogs from another house. He jumps out of the thing out of nowhere. Well, he's just running around like crazy and stuff. And I tell you what, man, I felt like at that point I was like, that was my wildest thing I've ever seen, like in Louisville, like from an animal situation.
Oh, yeah,
not at the like, dude,
on.
all these dogs run around, and so finally we like get them all, and like it took forever. Like these guys, they just kept running, and like it was like freedom, like we're out of the yard. So, but it was really cute. It was really cute watching them.
I've raised a couple of like Australian shepherds. Like a recent one, Padme. I gave to my dad. He lives out in the country, wherever like that, so she gets to run around and stuff like that. Like she has energy for like you play like throw the ball like way out for 4 or 5 hours, and she's still like energetic. Like won't take a fucking nap, but like I mean that's just how they are. Like,
I love
super
dogs,
energetic
dude.
dogs.
I love dogs.
I think I can go with like any kind of shepherd dog. They're super
dude,
pumped.
I'm just really big into any dog. I've never really met a dog I've never liked. Like every dog I've liked, I love. I'm actually gonna watch a mountain cur here in the middle of the month named Finn, and my friend's going out of town, so I'm really glad I get to bond with that. I'm actually Santa for the Humane Society. A lot of people don't realize that. That was really cool. I get to interact with a lot of animals doing that, and I love doing that. People come in, bring their birds. One time, this girl who's probably
those kind of scare me. I'm not gonna lie, birds kind of scare me.
The bird they'll put on my shoulder, and I'm just kind of like, I got my fake beard on, and the bird's just staring at me. But I'm like, let's take the pig bird. You know, I felt like I had the tameness because the animal was like, hey, he's Santa. I'm gonna follow. But this girl comes in with her daughter, and her daughter has a yellow snake named Banana. And she hands me the snake, and dude,
thing I've ever heard.
I'm literally got my palm out like this, and the snake is wrapped around. He's like up, perfect photo snake, like posed perfect, had his head perked up.
Some animals just know.
And he's straight yellow, like he literally looks like a banana. He almost looks just like Ham Banana from Aqua Teen. And I got him in my hand, and I'm not, dude. My hand is literally, my fingers are out, my hand's palm, my left hand is on my knee. And I got this snake, and I'm just taking this picture, and it's perfect.
Still Santa, though, right?
Yeah, Santa? Still Santa, perfect.
I love the Ham Banana reference, by the way.
Thank you. And I'm smiling like this. I'm like, and out of nowhere, the little girl goes, "Don't choke Banana! Don't do it! You're gonna hurt Banana!" I said, "He's in my palm. He's in my." She goes, "Mom, I'm getting Banana out of his hand. I don't trust him with Banana." I said, So the mom looks at me, and she's like, Thank you for doing that with Banana. You did great. And I'm like, "Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it." But it was just hilarious. Like, but it's also funny too. It's watching when people bring their dogs, cats, birds, anything in. Yeah. Everyone handles their pet differently. Like they all love their pet, but some like to pick it up and just throw it on you. Some are like, "You need to walk up." Some are like, "What I say, sit." Like you have all these different owners, and I'm just sitting there chilling, like, all right, we can do it however you want to do it. Just plop it on me. Like, plop the dog on me. So, but no, it's a fun opportunity to get back. It kind of got shut down with COVID. Maybe I'll get back into it again soon, but I was really happy to do that. But I think that's another thing, too, that I think the thing with animals are a lot of people don't realize that, you know, there's so many animals up for grabs that need a loving home, and it's crazy too.
Oh, I know, yeah. Hey, everyone, please adopt.
Yes, please adopt.
Please adopt.
And that's something I want to talk about because adoption is very important, and it's another thing. You can go to Kentucky Humane Society, Metro Animal Service. You go anywhere that just adopt. Feeder Supplies, our partner with Kentucky Humane Society, where you can adopt. But the thing about it is, there's a lot of old animals. That's something I want to talk about. There's a lot of older cats and dogs that still need love, still need someone to care for. And all they do is just want a couple of years. Like, you know, what do you do when your grandparents are in their 90s or, you know, and they say, "Hey, you know, we're not feeling well, we need care." You put them in a nursing home and you hope that it's like you want them to have care for that remaining couple of years. That's what these old dogs and cats want. They can't say it. But
yeah, it's the same situation.
But don't always forget, if you go look to adopt, get a puppy if you want one or a kitten. But if you see a 10-year-old cat or a 12-year-old dog, give it some love. You know,
if you can get two, if your family can handle 2 dogs, get your pup for your kid, get the old dog for the family all together.
Exactly. And I understand it can be emotional. It's
nice to have two dogs watch each other.
And I understand it's a chance that you could lose the animal soon and stuff, but it's kind of a risk you take, but it's also something you're doing, and that animal's going to be with you no matter what. You're giving it a good life. So I just think it's something very important to talk about and say. I just feel like, too, another thing that kind of bothers me is when I do these rental showings I go in so many different neighborhoods over town. I'm talking Fern Creek, downtown, Hikes Point, Old Louisville. I mean, all over. And it kind of makes you wish you could just help every dog, cat, animal. But I'll be at some properties and I'll look out the window and maybe it's like 2 houses down and I have like no access even to go into that yard, and I see the dog's chained up and it looks miserable and it's like pouring rain and stuff, and I'm like, get your fucking dog in. It's just like I want to run over there and like, hey, you can come with me, buddy, or like, but it's like I can't, it's like it's one of these things where just take care of your animal. That's the main thing, and show these animals some love. We're not the only ones on this earth, and it's a very important message, I feel like. Do you?
Well said.
Yeah,
very well said.
Thank you, and I love what you said as well. Do you feel like now, DJing wise, that you could do more? Do you want to do more charitable events with that? Have you done that?
Yeah, I've done a couple charitable events. Sometimes though, like I'll just like play like any kind of show that's out of town just to get out of town. Yeah. Like no matter what the kind of show is. Sometimes I just like to get the fuck out of and not anything against Louisville. I don't mean anything about
I love Louisville. I love Louisville.
It's my home. I love this place.
Yeah, this is my city.
It's nice to get out for like a week or so. You know what I mean?
It's good to get away no matter what.
Yeah, as far as charitable stuff goes, that's mostly just like kind of like it doesn't exclusively come from like the DJing stuff like some of the profit from like the shirt sales like the past whole year or whatever like that. I've gone to like different organizations and stuff like that. But I kind of like to like I don't like for it to be too big of an organization so that I don't know where it might be going. Yeah. I listen to this other podcast called Fraudsters, and it just kind of has me like,
hey man,
I kind of like to see what's happening.
You want to be protected, and also too, perfect example about fraud. The Hamilton is a huge play that people like to see. I guess I've never seen it, but basically the thing about Hamilton is I've seen glimpses of it, but it's like they're supposed to be coming to town in like 2022. Somebody's doing a fake Facebook event trying to sell like fake tickets, and they
probably got the money already.
Yeah, and I think wherever it's being at the Kentucky Center or wherever, put out a message like, hey, this is fraud, this is fake. And that's happening a lot. It happens in the real estate. I rent homes to people, and they're out of nowhere. They're like, oh, somebody was trying to make me get a check for this amount, and I don't have that money. And and it's like, it's sad, some of the stories that people do. I think that's something that's about as cruel as it gets.
Yeah, and like, please keep in mind, people, like, don't think of these people as stupid, because a lot of people say, how can you be so stupid to fall for something like that? These people aren't stupid. These people like are just trusting in something that was sold to them at like a good rate, or like at like the expense of like a company or something like that. Exactly. It's not that they're stupid, so don't like treat them that way. Because then also they won't speak up about it.
And
that's the worst.
And they're getting away with murder.
Then the fraudsters don't get caught.
Yeah, and it's crazy too how much fraud is out in the world, and I'm glad you brought it up. There's so many great documentaries and podcasts about all the different. It's cool hearing about some of the crimes that people have gotten away with, but then you're kind of like, that's fucked. Like, it's some of these, it's like some of these are like, it's fucked up, and so
like it's a cool story, but
it's a cool story, but you're kind of like,
at some point,
what the
that
hell?
Really happened.
Yeah, and then you're also kind of like, how the hell do these people get away with some of these things? There's some situations where I sit there and I'm like, what? First of all, how the fuck did they come up with that idea? Second of all, they're smooth with
crazy shit.
Yeah, there's people that just like. There's also too a lot of situations where I've heard, you have last minute robberies. People just in their mind, they're just like they get the confidence, or they're like, "Ray, just I'm going to do it," and they just kind of go with the flow with it, and they get away with it. You're just kind of like, how do these people do it? The one thing I want to ask you about, I don't know if you've heard this story. Have you ever heard the story about the mystery man that supposedly landed in Beijing or Japan or Hong Kong, one of the areas, and he had a passport, but it was from a country that didn't exist. And so basically there's this case where this guy back in like sometime around the 1950s to 1970s, he flies in over there around Hong Kong, one of those areas, and he comes off and he has a passport for a country that doesn't exist. And they're like, where are you at? They don't understand. They're like, where are you at on the map? Like, where are you from? And he points to an area that's like in Italy or somewhere in Europe, and it like doesn't match up. And he's acting really weird, and he's just got like weird packages and papers, and so they're like trying to investigate him. So they put him in a hotel, and they put 2 police guards outside his door, and he literally disappears and vanishes without a trace. And to this day, nobody understands who he is. And
do they have those like the papers and shit they had?
Yeah, they like looked, and it's just all this stuff about this country that doesn't exist. But it could have been a country from long ago. So some people are like, is it a time traveler? And I'm not saying that exists. It might. I don't know. I'm open minded to whatever. But it's almost like I wish I knew the name of the guy that I forgot. But the details are insane with that story, because I'm like, that it makes you think. Like,
I'm gonna go ahead and put my stamp on that. By the way, time travel exists. That's a Paul fact.
Hey, time travel. I asked this to my last guest, and he gave me a pretty good answer. But I want to ask you this, and
I know nothing about it. I'm just fucking around.
Where would you time travel to?
Where would I time travel to?
Yeah,
I think the future.
Oh shit.
Because, you can't already know everything that happened in the past. I want something different. I want something new, I want something exciting.
Wow. Now,
unless I go too far and just everything's destroyed, and then that's
you got to figure out how far is far.
I don't know. I can't call it.
It's like how far. It's like how far is far. It's like it. But at the same time, that would be fun.
I mean, sad but true. I feel like we have like 100 years, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
it is. You're being real, and it's I'm more of like going in the past, but a lot of times, to be honest,
where would you go?
So I would go prehistoric. I go dinosaur time.
Prehistoric?
Yes, I actually really want to see what that be like.
You want to live in that?
Yeah, I want to live in that, and I want to.
Wait. Can you come back?
I come back.
Is it a time okay.
I come back. You can come back too as well from the future.
Even if it's all fucked up and gone?
Yeah, you can come back. This is time travel. It's just, with the dinosaur though situation, here's the thing. I'm taking a major risk. Like, literally, I can have my leg bit off, but it's like, I want to see what it's like, and I also too kind of just want to I want to take that in. But here's the thing that I want. I'm gonna give you a special asterisk on this. I also want to customize. Okay, since I was a kid when I saw this, I want that customized Jurassic Park treehouse. Remember where?
So are you just gonna build that yourself?
Well, the dude from what's our actor from Apartments.com? Our dude, he was the Fly. He's actor Jurassic Park.
Jesus Christ!
He was like.
Took
his glasses. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows. Yeah, no, it's my fault. It's my fault. We've been kind of we're inebriated. We're enjoying ourselves. Cheers. But no. Is it fuck? I can't think of his name. But anyways, he literally, it'll come to me. But he literally says to me out of nowhere, or he says in the movie, he's like, "Hey, we got to get you on top of this treehouse," to his daughter.
I gotta get it.
Yeah, dude, you gotta.
Oh wait, it's Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, dude, a legend.
Why?
Yeah, I can't wait blank on that. Shout out to Jeff Goldblum.
Shout out to Jeff Goldblum.
So Jeff Goldblum, he is a hell of an actor, but he gets his daughter and that other dinosaur expert up in the top of the treehouse, and dude, it's like a circular pad, and it has the elevator where they can go up and down. They're so high up. The only thing that really fuck with them is pterodactyls, but there's none in that area, dude. When I was a kid, I'd watch that, and I was like, I know this world's not real, dinosaur world, but I want to fucking go up in that. That'd be cool as fuck.
I guess that would be my only exception.
So they dropped me off there. I got some snacks. I got some I'm gonna have to be real though. I don't have gourmet shit. I got Lunchables. I got some Lunchables. I got some maybe some cookies and some Sun Chips or something. That's all I got in my little treehouse, and then I'm gonna have to eventually eat a dinosaur. But at this point, I got about a good
give
week.
Give it a little bit.
I got a week.
I wouldn't say hop in there immediately.
Oh, I'm not. I'm gonna have to really I'm really gonna have
drive
to get
like
that.
a velociraptor.
Yeah. I can't like frog splash a raptor off top of the treehouse, but I gotta.
You know what? Actually,
those snacks could go.
You King. You can.
Yeah, thank you. I
fucking
could.
can. I feel like you could.
And I'm just like I'm gonna sit there. I'm just gonna have to watch, and it's like whoever comes through, I'm jumping. And also too, maybe too. I follow the brontosaurus route. I go the herbivore route. I don't know. We'll just see. And it's like you never know. But I'll be honest. I'm gonna sit on those Lunchables, and hopefully that treehouse. Hopefully Jeff Goldblum put a mini fridge up there, because why would he want his daughter? Why would he want his daughter to starve when I'm up there? I don't want to starve. I want to be able to eat my Lunchable and my chips and stuff. Like that's so. Hopefully that happens when you now in the future. Let me ask you this. Where could you be dropped? Is there a place? Not even a city. Just some, maybe even.
We're right back here. Really? Just right back here. Just like right downtown Louisville, like 500 years from now. I just want to see what it's like.
Oh wow!
I just want to see what happens.
What do you think would be the biggest difference?
Well, okay, because if it's here, that's only like it's a good reference. I've lived here like my whole life. It's a good reference to know like how different everything's changed. If I like go to Tokyo like 25 years from now. And I've never been to Tokyo, I wouldn't fucking know.
True.
I was like, this is amazing!
It would be very...
But it would probably still kind of...
Do you think Lil would be super purple or like a different color? Like the whole, just the whole atmosphere?
Why? Because like the atmosphere is all fucked up. Yeah.
I feel like everybody's just purple. And then you get to the point where like, dude, it turns out that like, Barney gets hot again, like really popular, and like all these like purple.
Oh yeah, when's Barney coming back?
Dude, that's the thing.
I feel like that's the only revamp I haven't seen.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
That's the only thing they haven't tried to do.
That show, I swear, that show was like really a big hit in the '90s, and then it's just like Barney dropped off, and it's like, dude. Dinosaurs were really big in the 90s and in 2000s. Yeah,
dinosaurs were huge.
Jurassic World's still huge, and shout out to dinosaurs, but I wish we talked about them more.
Shout out to dinosaurs for sure.
I wish we talked about them more. I wish we like got him. But the one thing I want to do, and if anybody's listening to this, and I know this episode will be definitely listened because my guest is terrific. I want to get a dinosaur expert, someone who knows fossils, someone who knows that. If you know anyone, send me an email to Vibing With Sleezy, the podcast at
Please,
gmail.com.
I would love to hear that episode.
Yes, at Instagram. Oh, excuse me. It's Vibing With Sleezy. That's SLEEZY at gmail.com. That's the email. My Instagram is Vibing With Sleezy, the podcast. You can also find me on Facebook. I love fan mail. I love support, so definitely reach out. The YouTube, I want to give a quick YouTube update. With YouTube, I did go to Nashville. I did get it fixed. Some of the videos are deleted, so I do not have every episode, sadly. But I do have some, and this one is being recorded. So YouTube episode 1 is up. It's going to take me a few more weeks to get those uploaded. But you already know the audio is on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Google Podcasts, all these different places where you can stream your favorite podcasts. So you got about 17 options. So download it, stream it, share it. Show some love, and also too, send in your favorite guests, send in ideas, and I love to hear feedback. But thank you for listening, and I love this. But we're not done yet. I just wanted to just shout that out. If you could get me a dinosaur expert, somebody, that'd be huge. So let me ask you this about dinosaurs: what would be your favorite dinosaur?
Real quick, back on this last note.
Yes, good.
Can they email me too, just because I have personal questions I want to know about?
Yes.
I just want to learn more.
Give your email
about dinosaurs and shit like that.
Give your email out. Do you want to do that?
Okay, look. Okay, if anyone wants to contact me,
give your Instagram.
I was gonna say, if anyone wants to get contact, you can do WeirdFamMerch at gmail.com.
For sure, reach out. We both are interested, and also too, just show us some love how you feel about this podcast, and show some love about what he's gotten to say, what I've gotten to say, and we love to hear it. So, dude, some other things I wanted to ask you about and talk to you about. So, where are some of your just like, if you had a free day in Louisville and COVID never existed, what's your go-to day in Louisville, man? Like, what's some of your favorite spots to hit up?
Honestly, I would love to go to Bougie Biscuit for breakfast. Okay. Sadly, I don't think they're open too often anymore.
Yeah, it's a good biscuit place. Damn.
It is
fucking
my
good.
favorite biscuits I've ever had. Bougie Biscuit. Shout out to Bougie Biscuit.
Shout out to just biscuits.
I hope you guys come back. Please come back. I need it.
Yes, biscuits in general are just they're important, and we need more biscuit places. And then you know what? Guess what's coming on Hurstbourne by me here soon in a few minutes, where we're recording right here.
What?
Bojangles.
Ooh.
It's going to go in by the Drakes, where the old Steak and Shake is by the movies. In
okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
So that is a biscuit chicken place, I heard. I've never had it. I'm excited.
Okay, pretty much how I'm going to explain my day is pretty much going to be mostly food related.
Okay,
so
go back to
I wake up in the morning, smoke a fat joint,
mm-hmm.
ride out, go to Bougie Biscuit, get some of the gravy train.
Fire.
I would leave from there, smoking a joint.
Fire.
On the way to Tap Room.
Yes.
And then I would get their like brunch. It's like a egg sandwich, but they put this really good jam on there, like this like pepper cranberry jam or something like that.
Fucks with jams,
bro.
Jams go hard.
I never fucked with jams until then.
Yes,
they turned me on the jam.
Shout has great jams.
Actually, shout out Tap Room.
Yeah,
that is my home bar. That's my favorite. They always look out for WeirdFam.
Awesome.
A bunch of people there wear WeirdFam. I just like it's like everyone there is sweet.
That's awesome.
I like Tap Room a lot.
Yeah, shout out to Island Tap Room. I actually haven't been there in quite a while, but it's just I need to check it out. It's a place I actually used to go to, especially in my Budweiser days. But it's a cool venue. Definitely has some great outdoor seating there.
Oh yeah. They actually just built a thing in the back too. Like
very close to Frankie's barbershop as well.
Yeah, I actually see Frankie there sometimes when I'm eating. So
that's cool.
I would get that there, have a beer or two. Then I'd probably go to Toasties. Have you been to Toasties?
I've not. Where's
that?
Okay,
I just tried it out last week, and I've already been there 4 times.
Okay.
It's by I can't remember the name of the street. It's by where the same area is 4 Pegs, I think.
Oh, Germantown.
And Holly B's.
Germantown area.
Yeah. Holly B's is right down the street.
Oh, okay.
By the way, shout out Holly B's. That's where my roommate works, Shelby Brennan. So go get your mullets.
Yeah, go get it.
Get your shags and your mullets.
And you know what? Real quick, this is a fun part about this podcast, especially. I know people listen to this one. I know this podcast is growing again, over 500 downloads. You are the biggest guest I've had so far. Let's shout out some people, dude, for sure. Let's shout out some people real quick. So a couple people I want to shout out that we mutually know. Shout out to Bob.
Shout out to up.
Yeah, let's shout out to Bob.
Shout out to Bob Phyllis.
Yes.
Yeah. Without Babberly. Without Bob, I wouldn't have been in music or anything like that. I wouldn't have started DJing. He took me to my first Wu-Tang show. Bob showed me so much shit. I love you, Bob. You are the best.
Bob's a great guy.
Bob is
we
great.
mutually know. A guy that actually, one of my best friends, Austin Rich, big supporter of the podcast, very big local comedian. If you don't follow Austin Rich, try to go check him out. He has a couple comedy videos that had over 1 million views on WorldStar. He's a big supporter of the show. He's based out of Chicago now, from Louisville. He actually introduced me to Zach Lawrence. So shout out to Zach Lawrence. We actually hung out the other day, and last night got to kick it. Dude's cool as hell. We talked about music, talked about eBay flipping stuff. We kind of have the same interest in that level. So it's so cool how this city is connected and communicated. I've met so many great friends. So I just like to say shout out to these people that are not only big supporters of the show, but are people that I'm connected with, and that's where, dude, we literally just connected a month ago, bro, and
Today is our first
we
day
haven't
ever
missed
meeting.
a fucking beat, bro. We have not missed a fucking beat.
Today is our first day meeting.
This podcast has not only flown.
You are a very good host. I would like to say you are a super good host. I felt comfortable this whole time.
Bro, that is huge coming from you, man.
Into it, I really appreciate you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. So. There's a few other things I want to dive into and talk to you about and get your thoughts and feelings on. So, you said something very interesting when we were picking up our sake juice boxes.
Okay.
And I feel the same way as you about this, and I'm going to kind of explain, but I want to get your thoughts on it. Branding, you talked about
branding,
how important it is, how cool novelties, how we're looking at different things. Dude, just the look of shit.
Look
of shit is so
important. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's so for branding, obviously one of the biggest things is to have something that people will recognize every time they see it, even if it's not. I mean, of course, like Nike has a check mark.
Yeah.
Adidas has the stripes. People just see that. Hopefully, what I want is when people see WF, they think WeirdFam and the tricky letters and stuff like that, or when they see the kanji.
Yeah.
And when I'm branding in that way, but also colors. Colors are really, really big to me.
Dude,
colors are huge to my branding style.
There's something that I want to, since you gave me a gift of WeirdFam stuff, I want to give you, since you're into colors and like I know you like different things. I found a box. I used to be really big into hockey. I used to play hockey big in the NHL, and I found some license plates of a bunch of some of the throwback teams.
I used to really be into hockey when I was a little kid. I got a hockey jersey in the trunk right now.
Bro, I have a Calgary Flames license plate, dude. I'm gonna give to you because, bro, I just think it's a color scheme you'll dig. It's got that red, yellow.
Yes, yeah.
So, bro, I'll give it to you, dude. It's sick. So I think that's something like, and that's what, dude. I was flipping through those, and I sold a couple of the older ones, and I was just noticing how cool the logos are, bro. Branding is so important with anything like not only like, and also one thing I haven't done in a while. Shout out to Huey Designs that designed my logo for Vibing With Sleezy, the podcast. Like, great design.
Shout out to them. That's a really good logo.
Yeah,
you guys killed that.
Thank you. And I mean that means a lot. And I really, the dude works hard. He's based out of Indiana. So Huey Designs, Huey. A brand though when bringing up hockey, dude.
Oh, I also want to point out, I do not actually like any sports. To be honest, I know nothing about sports, but the like speaking on how branding's so important.
Yeah.
And colors and stuff like that. I own a bunch of like starter like Bulls jackets and stuff like that.
Dude, that's
red,
dope.
White, and black is clean. Charlotte Hornets.
The Bulls are
I would
hot,
not
dude.
know shit about Charlotte Hornets.
The Bulls starter stuff's hot, man. Like that's a popular shit.
Yo, it's fucking hot. And like the teal on the Charlotte Hornets or whatever.
Yeah.
That teal and purple.
Dude, that old Hornet logo.
It's tight.
It's not, dude. A lot of those logos didn't say the same. Like you can still get that traditional Bulls logo, but on that old stuff, it's dope. I actually have some great news. I got PSA is actually I found a Jordan Game Used 7 1990 NBA Finals card Bulls. I sent it in. They're grading it and sending it back. And dude, I'm just so excited to get it, bro. I love that era. I love that era, dude. I think it could go for over 1,000.
Are you keeping it?
Yo, I'm keeping it.
Oh, you're keeping it.
And I think with the Bulls, man, it was just such a cool era. Like I remember going during the back in Chicago times, like, dude, the Bulls were like the biggest team of the 90s. They were.
Oh yeah.
They were like, even if you weren't into sports, they like took over. The thing I was gonna ask you about, so. A brand, even though you're not into sports, a brand I was going to bring up is that I think is like for everybody, and I think will never get old, even though it's a real hockey team and they kind of switch it. Anaheim the Mighty Ducks.
That's the jersey I have in my trunk.
Dude, no shit.
That's the jersey I have in my trunk.
Holy shit, small! I swear, dude, we did not talk about this.
No.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
This is my favorite. This is my fucking favorite.
The Mighty Ducks. They're such a classic.
Actually, you're gonna really like this.
Yes.
Oh man. Actually, shout out to Zach and Fergie. They're like one of my favorite couples.
Okay.
Up at Tap Room.
Who's Zach and Fergie?
Zach and Fergie are like the sweetest. It's Zachary Hoffman.
Okay.
He pushed the idea, so I think we're going to start getting into possibly doing a couple jerseys.
Oh, no.
Not many. They would be very limited items, but they would be WeirdFam hockey jerseys.
I will have to snag one of those, bro.
Shout out to Zach for the idea. But Zach and Fergie, shout out to both of them.
Fergie Hoffman as well? Is that Fergie Hoffman?
Yeah, they're married now.
Okay, awesome.
But shout out to them. They're just so sweet. They're always looking out for us.
Dude, shout out. There's a lot of people that are big supporters in this city. We were talking about Aaron Brown earlier. I want to shout out to Bessie Downs. I want to shout out to another dude that randomly reached out, a guy, Patrick Pugh. I really never talked to him much, but I really want to say I appreciate like his feedback. He really likes the show. It makes you feel good when people like yourself, like I said earlier, and I think that's the biggest message too that I think people should take from this show too. Networking in like the community and word of mouth it's important. And I think too, the more you support your other person, the better you're just gonna not only feel, but the better you're gonna do almost in life. Like you're gonna be able, you're gonna be able to continue
because everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy. And everyone's improving.
That's the goal. You want to get. I mean, of course, not everyone in the entire world is always going to be happy. There's going to be differences. Like, of course not. But like, if you network with someone when both parties are happy, that's when it works the best.
100%.
You don't want one company mad at the other company for
100%.
Speaking of which, they reached out to me, Rinshoku Ramen, and wanted to do a WeirdFam collab. So we just did that, and it's a ramen bowl with one of our Kitsune characters, like poking her head up or whatever like that. And shout out to Rinshoku Ramen.
Bro, you are killing it with these collabs.
I will get you with one of those shirts as soon as they come out.
Dude, you are the fucking man, dude. Buns, that's another collab you did, right?
Buns, Buns Burgers.
So the Buns Burgers.
Actually, shout out to Lucy. Lucy up at Buns. He breaks his back. He is such a hard worker, and he is such a good person.
Another person we need to shout out is Leah Noland.
Yes.
Before we forget, Leah Noland actually, she was a big inspiration on pretty much telling me like I should have the legend on here, Cody Travelstead. I should have WeirdFam in the house, and she was big on it. So shout out to her for just having that idea, and then it just kind of flowing and working out, and out of nowhere, like I'm hanging out with her last night, and I told her, I said, hey, it's happening, and she's like, oh shit. So it's like I just knew it was gonna happen, and I'm glad we definitely made the collab. So would you say collaboration wise, is there any businesses right now, even though you might not have talked to them, or even maybe they haven't even agreed to it, that you would want to collab with in town? That'd be neat. And here's the thing. Not over their food. Not, I guess, kind of make the question a little more complex. Really over their food. Not really not over like anybody you know there, the location. Just kind of by their logo and branding.
But like the style of everything.
Yeah, and then off what you and your designer could do. What are like 5 brands that you just know in town that you're like, you know what? I know if we collab, it'd be just a fire design. Like, just from what they already have for a logo. I know it's complex. Maybe 3, whatever you want to do, 3 or 5.
Well, Tap for sure, just because that's like it's like my home bar. I just love everything on there. Hideaway would be tight.
Ooh.
Hideaway would be perfect. Video games, like, come on.
Dude, that sign's classic in the alley. What's it say up there? I'm trying to remember what that sign says. It says, does it just say Hideaway Saloon with the yellow letters?
Yeah, Hideaway Saloon.
That logo would be cool. Dude, that'd be fire, bro. Just like an alleyway, like.
Also, I guess this isn't really like a place or anything like that. It's more of a person. Oh yeah. Also, by the way, for May, pretty much our idea for the May drop is going to be collabs with different things. So we dropped our first one, which is one of these brand ambassadors. Okay. It's already up on the Instagram. If you want to check out WeirdFam Clothing on Instagram, you can see the first 2 designs that are going to be coming out in May. One is with this brand ambassador we met on Instagram named Bat Piss.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Bat period piss. Go check them out.
Shout out Bat Piss.
Shout out Bat Piss.
Bat Piss.
The second one is Rinshoku Ramen. So shout out to Rinshoku Ramen for sure.
Yes.
The next one is going to be this girl Lauren, who goes as Thug Kage on Twitch. Okay. I think she's got like 13,000 followers or something like that.
Damn!
Like,
shout out to her.
Her Twitch views are like her channel is fucking hilarious. She's great. Yeah. Big shout out to her. We're making a character off of her.
And shout out to Metronaut 90 too. Metronaut 90 also bringing up Twitch. They've been on the show before. Shout out to them. Still doing their thing. Yes. So Josh is still pushing it, and they're really they've changed up some of the games they've played. Like they did the show recently. They did a few others. So I like what's happening with the Twitch stream. I like what it's doing for people, and I think it's something that people are really fucking enjoying. Like they're really.
I love doing it. I just started doing it 2 months ago, and like I have fun every time. Like people in the chat are really nice, and also all of our characters. Another thing about branding, I ended up all the emojis or all the emotes you can get from subscribing are characters. Oh shit! Like different characters from our shirts. So made little emotes.
Now let me ask you this.
By the way,
did someone get butthurt though on your stream recently? I saw you post some today on Facebook.
Oh, no. Well, maybe.
Was that hilarious?
Dude definitely saw that. Well, because I have TTV. It's so funny, dude. So
I was cracking up.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was funny.
I didn't respond to him at all. But pretty much it says, WeirdFam TTV at the end. So whenever you're playing pub or whatever like that, if you get capped out and you see the name up top with TTV, and you're like, oh, this little bitch, and you're like some punk or whatever. Yeah. You just hop on.
You're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, hop on the stream and just watch or whatever. But this dude made it a point. This was like 2 weeks ago. It was on my message request. Oh, okay. I was like checking it today. I was talking to someone, and this dude was like, "Wow, you're so good." Like 3-4 followers or 3-4 viewers. What are you like? Who's watching? Your mom and dad? And I was like, bro, what are you doing? What if you are?
It's also too.
You are a grown ass man.
Yeah, it's also too. He's
you
like,
oh, dude.
That dude also.
Also, by the way, fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
If you're one of those guys, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You.
Like, thanks for listening, but like, don't be that guy.
Yeah,
anymore.
I appreciate you also listening to this long of the show.
Oh,
and then you get the
you
fuck
made it this far.
Yeah, you made it this far.
If you made it this far, fuck you still. But like, best of luck to
Yeah, good luck to you.
Don't do that anymore.
Yeah, good luck to you and your.
If you leave bad reviews on iTunes, on podcasts, or Spotify, you are the problem.
I'll shit on you.
You're a dick.
I will shit on you.
You're a dick. If you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Hey, leave positive reviews, by the way. I need 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. So everybody that's a fan of GITSUM, WeirdFam, Paul, Cody Travelstead in general, show some love. If you're a fan of Sleazy, Eric Clark, anything I've done, show some love. Just show some love to this podcast. If you enjoy the podcast, take 5 seconds of your day, give that 5-star rating, leave a review. It helps. It loves it. Also, too...
quit being destructive.
We Drank and We Know Things podcast. Shout out to them. That's a couple of my friends. Their podcast is going well. A couple
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they do really well. It's Tom Payne and his wife. Tom and him,
shout out to them.
Yeah, they've done great with the podcast. So there's a lot of podcasts I've seen in town. I actually have Tremaine Wilson and Brandon Kaysen coming on. They do I think it's Built to Last podcast. It's more of a podcast about sports, NBA, but I'm having them on here in the early June. I'm really excited about that. I also have a psychic coming on May 15th.
That's going to be cool.
Her name's
That's
Paige.
Going to be so cool.
Her name's Paige. She's here in Louisville locally. Paige Workman.
I fucking love Paige.
Okay. Oh,
yes, shout out Paige.
Yeah, shout out Paige. I hope she gets to listen to this one. We're going to link May 15th. That's going to be a big episode. Cherry Contrary. If you want to follow her on Instagram.
Yes. Buy from her.
Yeah, buy from her. Do whatever. Support her.
She does really cool denim work. She does tight shit.
Fans have reached out to request her. She's a beautiful model, beautiful person. She has a... Basically, just when I saw her content, I was like... This person needs to be on my show. Very interesting person. And also...
She's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Have you ever met her before?
I've never met her.
She's hilarious. Yeah.
So that's what I'm kind of excited
about. You're going to have a great time. He's such a good host.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to see how her and I mesh, how we bond, and kind of see how the flow goes. Like, from the standpoint of, it'd be my first time. Like, I know I just met you, but we have kind of talked. Her and I have only talked just a little bit. We booked it. I'm kind of excited just to say... I'm going to do some research, and then I'm diving in here with some questions.
Okay,
and I think, like, with the psychic stuff and all the different things I can talk about, it'll be a really interesting show. I'm really excited with some of the future guests I am going to have. I'm going to keep taking the show to the top. I can't believe I'm at episode 11.
Yeah, congratulations.
Season 1. Thank you, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Big ups on that.
You've worked your ass off to build your brand. That's what I'm trying to aspire to do with this podcast. I'm hoping... your friends start listening to the show. They start hearing it once you're on. Same thing, vice versa. We just, I think when brands like this merge and get to network, it's a win-win in both situations and parties. So a few other questions I want to ask you. It's a few, I guess, questions that I've had from some fans and people that told me to ask people different on the show. So. What's your go-to beverage? If you had to have one beverage, and that's your only beverage you could have for the rest of your life, what is one beverage?
I'm looking at it right now. Java Monster.
Wow.
It's got to be the Java Monster.
Shout out to the Java Monster.
Loca Mocha Java Monster is like, it's my favorite.
It
gives me life.
Dude, I used to sell a shitload of Monster in town when I worked at Budweiser. We had the partnership.
I don't like any other ones. Like green or blue light. Like I don't like none of that shit.
Some of those ones are like,
I don't know why.
It fucking feel like you're burning your insides, but dude, the coffee ones do go hard. So do those like Starbucks coffee drinks.
Right? Like,
they go hard, especially in the morning.
Look,
you're like,
a Java
I can
Monster,
do whatever now.
First thing in the morning, Java Monster with the cigarette, better than sex.
Oh,
shit. I don't know.
Oh.
It's the best thing in the world.
Wow, that's
cigarette
a big...
and a Java Monster.
Yeah, but hey...
Okay, maybe like evenly matched, but like it's like, you know, when you're trying to get to work really fast and all you got's a cig and a Java Monster, like you make do.
Yeah, that is, you know what? Sometimes you just make do. I love that. I love that idea. Here's another couple questions I got for you. Mm-hmm. Best donut in Louisville.
Sugar and Spice donut, for sure.
Oh, that's mine.
Hands down.
Oh, shit. Shout out Sugar and Spice.
Hands down.
Best fucking donut in the world.
Shout out Sugar and Spice. They open up at 5. Okay, so I'll get off work.
The peanut butter fudge or the caramel fudge bars are fucking fire.
The Black Forest bars are the fucking best with like the cherry glaze on
Oh.
top and then the Oreo crumbles.
And the blueberry donuts are insane.
My God.
Dude, Sugar and Spice goes so hard. In Fern Creek
Even
on Bardstown Road.
Even
Go
like the
check
chocolate
it out.
and like powdered donuts.
But you
like,
have to
so
get
good.
there early. Don't fuck around. Don't show up late. They'll be gone.
I'm not joking. I would get off work after doing like 10 hours, like 10 and a half, whatever like that, close to 11. Run out of work at 4:30 in the morning, dip through traffic just to show up for them to open up at 5 a.m.
And you get the
I am usually one of the
donuts,
first customers.
and you're getting
actually,
them so fresh.
Shout out to the workers out there. I don't know if they'll ever listen to us. Like it's a handful of older women.
It is,
but
yes.
They recognize me and my chick every single time.
Dude, that's the thing about it.
From like newspaper
they don't
clippings
change up there either. It's always the same ladies. They're there every morning early as shit. They're pumping these donuts out. And here's the thing, it is variety. I like variety in my life.
Going there. By the way, I've been
variety.
going there since I was like 11.
I've been going since I was a
like
kid.
11, dude.
It's the coolest thing when your friends would spend the night and your parents get to shout out to my parents.
Actually, my mom used to work there for a couple summers.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd fucking be fat as hell. But they're so good. I think that there's a lot of other donut places I definitely want to try, but Sugar and Spice is the perfect one. Now, here's my third question for you. The big one. What's your favorite Louisville pizza? I'm gonna say one, and I think you're gonna be like, "What?" I love Mr. Gatti's, even though it's like I don't know if it's local.
And there's cinnamon sticks.
It's not local, but it's my favorite. It's my favorite. I guess it's my favorite national. Okay, so let's say local. I'm gonna say local wise, my favorite local dude. I'm gonna have to probably say, I'm gonna say Fat Jimmy's.
Fat Jimmy's? I've never had Fat Jimmy's.
It's on Shelby Road.
Easy. Chubby Ray's.
Chubby Ray's. Shout out to J-Town Chubby Ray's. Now, Mr. Gatti's is my favorite pizza in general, but the pizza, dude, Fat Jimmy's, they have a buffet. I don't know if they're still doing it with the whole pandemic and shit, but off Shelbyville Road, across from Rumors, behind Pop-Ass, directly behind Pop-Ass.
Right, I know there.
And it is a fire pizza. It used to be on Frankfurt Avenue. The cook there actually that really was like pumping out the pizzas, he kind of rotated. He did some work at Four Pegs, some other places. But the pizza there is always good. They just have great salads, great sides. I'm a lover for the buffet, the Gatti buffet style. So I want to see buffets. I want to
those cinnamon sticks.
I want
run
those dessert
shit.
pizzas. Yeah,
give
run
me all
that
those
shit.
cinnamon sticks.
Here's a secret, Jim. If you go to Pizza Hut in Butchell, they did a buffet before COVID. Hopefully they bring it back. And they literally.
I don't know. Did you say what?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, Pizza Hut on Butchell Bypass literally had
Pizza Hut buffet.
They had a pizza buffet. They literally, dude, it actually went fire. They had salads, pasta, pizza, but the dessert pizza style.
Oh my god, I forgot they even did pasta.
If you talk to them, there's actually like 4 dessert pizzas on Pizza Hut's menu that you don't really even get advertised or known. There's one that's actually like a blueberry pie pizza. Supposedly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I might be.
That
and here's the deal. I might be wrong.
Is that a Paul fact?
That might be. I don't even Paul fact. Or it might be. It might. But here's the thing. I'm gonna sting them back because there's some dessert pizza there. But shout out to the Butchell Bypass Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut doesn't always hit, but it hits hard there for some reason. But again, it could have been gone in the wind.
Shout out to the one by my house who won't deliver to my fucking house. Like, bro, I can look. I can see you, okay, bro? When I step out my front door, you are right down the road. And I know it's on me, because I should just walk there,
But deliver, yeah.
But please, come on. Down the street, I'll tip you fast.
It's principle. It's principle.
If you hear this, please.
It is principle.
I'm sorry.
No, I totally get it. So,
I hope they hear this, though.
Hey, I hope everybody hears. I hope everybody listens. So, I want to end this episode on basically us cracking open these sake juice boxes.
I was looking at them again.
And I want us to take a sip and see and get our reaction.
I'm going to go ahead and get my thing.
And then we're going to plug. Then we're going to plug some stuff. Yeah, we got the orange mango body armor. Body armors are a very good.
They're lifesaver when I drink.
They're superior hydrators. And, hopefully they sponsor me one day. But yeah, that's basically
yeah. Shout out.
Well, damn, this straw holder is I don't know where they...
Whoa.
Did you get yours open?
Yeah, mine pulls. Did you see that? It's like a fucking katana being unsheathed.
Wow. So there's these custom straws, and it's
you're posting the video too, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry for everyone as an audio medium, but The straws are like little katanas, and they slide open like they're coming out the sheet.
Dude, see if
it's
you can
cool
get
as
mine,
shit.
bro. See if you can get mine.
Yeah.
This thing's
like,
yeah, dude. These are crazy. So basically, the thing with these drinks are they're in juice boxes. Things are filled to the brim, and what's great is you can refrigerate, keep your straw in. And there's actually just one little thanks, bro. And there's one special spot where you can poke. So I'm actually going to lift up this seal here, and it looks like there's and I'll be posting the pictures on social media, so we have them as well. And you'll be hearing some audio. So here we go. Oh, I'm gonna poke
hold up. How did you get that seal right? Oh, okay.
There you go. And then I'm gonna poke the hole here. I'm gonna go in with the katana, and I'm gonna take a sip.
Okay, let's see how this.
Not bad. It's interesting.
It's alright.
It's interesting. I hope
it's very yeah.
The only thing that's scaring me is I'm seeing 19 on the top.
Okay.
I'm hoping these weren't sitting since
hold
20.
up.
I just noticed that. But it's in Japanese. Hopefully that just means something else.
Yeah.
We'll
I mean, numbers mean different things, different.
But hey, let's cheers for the sake.
Let's just not think about it.
Yeah,
we'll just drink it.
So we're gonna drink this. So it's going pretty well with the body armor. But I just want to tell everybody, thank you so much for listening. I want you to plug your stuff right now.
Okay, yeah. So you can find all the clothing at WeirdFam.com. If you want to go there, you can also, I think here in the next couple of days, we'll have a newsletter you can sign up for your email, and it'll alert you. Okay, so the way WeirdFam works also is we will do one big drop a month. We'll drop anywhere from like 4 to 10 new designs, and then a bunch of different styles of how we do it. Long sleeves, hoodies, joggers, hats, whatever.
Don't miss out.
So yeah, it'll drop one day of the month. I'll post it on there, and then it will drop at like 5 p.m., like very specific time. And if you don't grab it, like that's it. Sometimes they sell out in 24 hours.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So if you want, you can sign up for a newsletter here in a couple days. It's WeirdFam.com. If you want to find us on Instagram, WeirdFam Clothing, on IG, Facebook, just WeirdFam. What else?
Your Insta?
GITSUM 502 for my personal and music Instagram. If you want to check that out.
Anything you're excited about coming up this summer?
So May 22nd, I am supposed to play a very limited capacity show. I can't release the actual venue or production company behind it yet.
So this is kind of an exclusive,
and it might be maybe sometime around the drop. They might work around each other. If you guys are picking up what I'm saying, like just plan for around that time.
Get ready. That's what I'm saying. Get ready.
Shout out to Yoko Molotov. Yoko Molotov is a graphic designer for WeirdFam. I come up with all the concepts, and she brings them to life beautifully. Like, exactly, like, she's one of the best people to work with.
Shout out to her.
Her work individually, like, her own personal work is amazing. Please check her out. Instagram, Yoko_Molotov.
Yes, and
yeah, I cannot stress that enough. She's an amazing artist.
And here's the thing, definitely reach out, vibingwithsleazy@gmail.com, Vibing with Sleazy the podcast Instagram, Vibing with Sleazy the podcast on Facebook. Also, I'm on Twitter at Hibachi Sleaze.
I love that.
Thank you.
Hibachi Sleaze.
So there's actually a place called Koi that's located in Nashville, Tennessee, and I would go there with all my boys, and we'd all be like getting hibachi, and out of nowhere there was like a hibachi. There's also a buffet, so I go up and I'd always hit the hibachi first, and all my boys would go Hibachi Sleaze, Hibachi Sleaze. So some of my buddies in Nashville call me Hibachi Sleaze. So it's kind of one of my Nashville nicknames. So I go with it. I love that name as well. But I want to thank everybody that does listen, everybody that's downloaded. I mean, over 500 times. I've only been doing this for a month. The support has been amazing. Thank you, dude. I mean, you being on the show is huge. It's a blessing. It's an honor. I just want to say I'm really excited what's coming up. I'm excited for what I'm putting out. Again, I'll have some videos up. Some did get removed. But every guest is special I've had. Also, please go back and listen to the old episodes. Follow these people, reach out, support, follow me, reach out to me, and again, thank you for all the love. But we are from Louisville, Kentucky here, and this is Vibing with Sleazy the podcast, and we are out. Peace.
Bye.